yeah, I'm happy. It took some work. There was a little bit of frustration, but I'm definitely happy with it.
No, I don't wanna collab. No, unless I hit you up.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. Today I'm doing another wash and go, but I'm doing something a little bit different. It's not actually different, it's just different from what I normally do. Last week I styled my hair in a very slick back ponytail. Because I didn't have any max hold gels for that, I went out and purchased one. And now I know that this is not new to YouTube. And it's actually not new to me. Back in 2012, I got the Wetline Extreme Gel and I used to use it for my puffs and I used to use it for my edges because this stuff will lay your hair down. And I used this for about 2 to 3 years before I started getting some length in my hair and doing wash and goes. So I know that Wetline was very popular. Are you okay? He's having a good old time. He's not even supposed to be on the bed. So Wetline had its moment on YouTube. Everybody was using this for their wash and goes. Everybody was trying it. And I already kind of knew about it and I had no desire to try it for a wash and go because I was on my light hold custard movement. But since I have it, I figured, you know what? Why not revisit the past and see with how I do things now and with the products that I have now, how my wash and go is going to turn out with the Wetline Extreme Gel. If you guys aren't familiar with kind of like my routines, I do the LCO method and then I follow up with my styler for my wash and goes. And for LCO this week, I'm going to be using Mielle Pomegranate and Honey Leave-In Conditioner. I'm going to be using TGIN's Buttercreeme Daily Moisturizer. I'm going to be using my own homemade herbal oil to seal. And then I'm going to be following up with the Wetline Extreme. My hair has been washed, conditioned deeply, and it is so soft. Oh my goodness. And she is about, I want to say 70% dry. So kind of damp, leaning towards the dry side. I prefer that. I'm going to get started. I'm going to go ahead, apply these products, show you guys how it's looking, how I'm feeling, and how it lasts. So. And I'm realizing that these products are not mixing well together because I'm getting a residue. I'm assuming it's the gel because I've used this leave-in and this moisturizer and stuff together. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use something else or I want to just keep going. But instead of the TGIN butter, I'm going to use the TGIN hair milk because it's not as thick. So my brain tells me that they'll mix better. I don't know. But we're going to try that and hopefully I don't have to go rewash my hair and do this again. Also, I feel like I've been pretty open about the fact that I have heat damage. So in case you see it, I have heat damage. Okay, so it is still turning white a little bit. I'm not starting over. So we're just gonna have to go with it. Alright, so that's how it's looking. I am going to finish the rest of my head and then come back once I'm done. So I'm going to use this strong hold gel thing to my advantage and at least slick it back and part it out of my face. And if there's anything that I continue to do after this video, it will be this. The actual wash and go, I don't know about that. My hair is obviously very defined, but the process of doing it, I feel like it took a lot longer than normal because the gel is so thick that I had to work in smaller sections to work it through my hair. Sometimes if I'm not really focused on definition, I can do my hair in 4 sections, but normally I'll split it into like 6 to do my wash and go. This, I'm pretty sure I split it into like 18. I don't know. I had to do really small sections to get the gel on all my strands down the length of my hair. Also, I feel like my hair shrunk a lot more. But if my curls are more defined, then yeah, they're gonna shrink more. But because my hair is not super thick, it definitely works to clump, but it's just like so clumped that I'm gonna have to do more work to like shingle these out. I never shingle my hair. If you can't tell, I'm not really feeling this. I think that my hair is gonna look incredible. Probably day 2. But in general, my hair is gonna look super defined. I think it's gonna look good. We'll see how it feels, but this is just a lot more work than what I've gotten used to. I don't dislike it. It just isn't as quick. It isn't as easy. And I don't know. And I feel like I'm using a lot of gel. Like a lot. So for stretching, I think I'm going to take my 2 satin scrunchies. See, look at that. Some pieces are super defined and some pieces are like that because, do y'all see this? Because it's like really hard to get all of this gel on every piece of hair. This was not fun. I'm being a brat at this point. I did all that work to shingle and get the gel on my curls that I don't want to like disturb them by running my fingers through it. Whereas when I use my custards, I feel like I run my hands through my hair a little bit more because it has so much slip that I'm able to do that without disturbing the curls. But with this, it's like once you put the gel in your curls curl and they set and they clump, you don't want to mess it up until it's dry. Hopefully by the time that this dries, I'm just going to be so wowed that this was going to be worth it. And I'm going to like put this back in my routine every now and again. Maybe. I just haven't done a super defined wash and go in a really long time, so I'm excited. I'm excited. I have mixed emotions, but it was more work, but it looks good, and I'm excited to see the result. There we go. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when this dries. Alright, so although this is 2.5 days later, I am back with my results. And I have mixed emotions. I had mixed emotions while applying it, and then after a couple of days, I still have mixed emotions. Overall, she looks good. She looks good. She feels good. And I think the biggest difference between this and my, what are they called? What am I using all the time? The whole thing about this video. Light stylers, that's what they are. So the biggest difference between this Wetline Extreme, which is like a max hold gel, versus my custards and my lightweight stylers, is basically the amount of work that I have to put in to not only apply it, but to get my hair to look the way that I want it to look. Now, my hair is more defined. I was able to get her stretched and get her looking. It just took a little bit more effort. However, I do feel that this is lasting me, or is going to last me longer than my lighter hold styles. So, pros and cons. I definitely will say that I will continue to do this. I actually am going to reissue, I can't believe I'm doing this. I am going to reissue the gel into my routine and try some more things and try some more combinations, because apparently that gel is very sensitive to other products, so it's going to take a lot of trial and error to make sure trial and error to make sure I'm not getting a reaction or residue from mixing the Wetline with other products. But my hair looks good, she feels good, she's bouncy, she's defined. This actually is probably one of the better wash and goes that I've done in a while. I won't say the best, but definitely top 3. I think it looks, she looks good. I've said that a lot, but she does, okay? So that's all I had for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you actually liked my video, and I'll see you guys next time.